Welcome to this YouTube channel. Today I wanted to teach you guys how to clean mud of a wedding gown. So we went to shoot certain wedding in Vihiga County, Kenya, and unfortunately it rained so much that the bride's gown was all mud, as you can see in the photo. So we want to change it from this mud to something close. When you look at the mud, that's the mud. Yes, to something white, or we just find a way that we can remove the mud from the gown. So we are going to use Photoshop 2020. Now this is the photo that I'm going to work with. Let me zoom so that you see how the mud is. Okay. So what we're going to do, first of all, we are going to select the dress. We select the dress because we want our effect to only affect the dress, not the body of the bride. You can see the photo is really nice. When you zoom this photo, you'll see it's raining. So we had no alternative but to just work with what we have. You know, nature, you can never change nature. So the dress is really... So the bride requested us if we could clean the dress. I had no idea, but I just said, let me try on what to do, and it might help any other photographers who might bump on this on YouTube. Yes, so I decided to just record it. So I'm selecting the dress. Look at her hand. She had been rained on. Selecting the fingers. We want to work with the dress alone. So I'm using my keyboard shortcuts. I'm using Control with the minus to zoom out, Control with the plus to zoom in. I'm used to the keyboard shortcuts. It makes your workflow so easy, no strains. Okay, I believe if you are following this, you must know how to select anything. So that's not what I'm going to teach today. Okay, you have selected the dress. You use layer, right click, layer via cut, so that we only have the dress. Yes, we mute. This is the dress alone. So what we're going to do first, we're going to blending options. We use satin because with satin we can satin, then you choose color white. Mine was already in white in color, you see, so that we can change the color of the mud from brown, deep brown, to white or something close to black. Okay, so I chose satin. The reason we're not going to use those, you can just leave them the way they are because we are dealing with white and black. The reason we're not using the color overlay and the gradient overlay is because we'll have objects that are not realistic. So we're going to use satin. Satin, the good thing is satin, it maintains all the details. So we have to add some brightness so that we do away with that black part. Yes, not too much, just a little bit. As per now, we have done away with the mud, but there's still a black part at the end of the dress, tail of the dress. So you're just going to... I think that's fine. That's fine. Contrast, you reduce contrast a bit. I think that will work for me. So that's that. So you're going to make the layers visible, so see what you're doing. So the effect, the brightness has affected the model, the bride, the skin, but when you look at the dress, there's so much improvement. The mud is already gone. So what we're going to do, so that we don't affect this, we're going to merge the brightness and contrast layer with the dress, so that it only affects the dress, not all my layers. Okay, we're going to merge the layers now. See, those are the results. It's so nice. You still have some detail on the dress. Some are blown out depending on the condition of the image. Your image might be better. So what I'm going to do, there's still some gray part at the tail of the dress. So I'm going to do away with it. So I'm going to use Control Shift, select the layer, Control Shift A. Yes, before, after, before, after. So I'm going to use Control Shift A. You see opacity, that cannot work. So that when you use Control Shift and A, you're going to open a layer where you usually use this trick to clean the eyes or the teeth, but because eyes and the teeth are white, I thought it will work on this layer. So let's do it. Control Shift A to camera raw. Then you press K on your keyboard so that you get the values. Yes, so then select your brush, just clean all the gray parts, but because we have lost so much of the details, we're going to change the exposure a little bit, reduce it a little bit, play with contrast a little bit, just play them, see what the details you're remaining with. You can even adjust the highlights. But remember, these values are highly dependent on your photo. Look at the results. Yes. So when you look at this photo, it's not the best image out there, but at least it could have solved your problem. Yes. So I'm going to show you before, after. Before, after. There's so much improvement in the after photo. That's the tutorial for today. So cheers, please subscribe. I'll do more and more tutorials. Thank you.